here in the Keys, Michael Batson, and I wanted to, post a video. I've been reading the latest mock drafts, ESPN, NFL Network, Mel Kiper, Daniel Jeremiah, and in every single mock draft, you look at the reports on X, you look at the Instagram posts, JJ McCarthy is rising, while quarterbacks like Drake May are falling. 1 month ago, you would have told me that JJ McCarthy is a late first round, early second round pick. I would say that makes sense. But what I said 3 weeks ago seems to be true right now. Although I don't think JJ McCarthy is the second best quarterback, he has the second best upside. Because when you look at Jaden Daniels, who could be taken by Washington easily, he's had injuries before, higher maintenance, not a great teammate, smaller frame, can't win the big games. You look at Drake May, he's kind of a meh personality, can't win the big games, kind of quiet. And you even look at Caleb Williams. Now, the three best quarterbacks that we've seen so far in the last 15 to 20 years, not counting Caleb Williams, Joe Burrow, Trevor Lawrence, Andrew Luck, great personalities, great characteristics. And what people tend to forget about when thinking about who their team is going to draft at quarterback is not just the importance of their size and their weight, but their off-the-field characteristics. Zach Wilson, he was an okay player, showed some ability, but you could tell that he had red flags all over from the second he was drafted. Johnny Manziel, Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield. It's usually not that these quarterbacks don't have the skills. It's usually that they're uncoachable, lack the leadership. They don't want to be mentored. They go out partying. Baker, Sam Darnold, Trey Lance, Johnny Manziel, Sam Rosen. They all had the skill. Baker Mayfield, it took him until 2023 to grow up. When he finally did, he got in the right system. He was very good. My point is that when people look at JJ McCarthy, although they don't see this highlight reel, this showstopper, when you look at his film, he's going to put together a good interview. He's coachable. He wins games. Knows how to talk. Good in front of the media. Handles himself. And let's not forget that he was in the center of college football, and he was a leader of the best team in college football with the most to prove, under the most spotlight. Half of the games he didn't have his head coach. He was the quarterback in that team. He was a leader of that locker room. And while he might not have the tape of Caleb Williams or the arm strength of Michael Penix, he can put together a really good interview. He's really coachable. And that's why I think teams with good systems, I think the Vikings and the Broncos, two teams that I think have the best chance to get him, trade up. They both have good systems. And if you have JJ McCarthy, and if he's in a good system, I think he's the second best quarterback long term. I think Caleb Williams is in a very good system in Chicago. He'll be there for a while. But with Jaden Daniels in Washington, second-year owner, first-year head coach, Drake May, Bo Nix, JJ McCarthy looks like a franchise quarterback. The only thing is he won't win the Rookie of the Year. He'll struggle the first year, but if he's put into a good system like he was in Michigan, he'll deliver. He knows how to win. Puts together a good interview. Addicted to film, says Daniel Jeremiah. If you put him with Justin Jefferson, with Kevin O'Connell in Minnesota, if you take him to Denver with Sean Payton and some of those weapons, he will strive. Now, if you throw him in a dumpster fire like Arizona, or if you ship him off to New England, he will fail. He's not going to be ready year one to dominate. But if you put him in a good system, give him time, he's ready to be a franchise quarterback, and that's what these executives are saying. Keep in mind that most scouts love him. Most reporters love him. Most owners and high-up executives love him. Twitter doesn't like him because he's kind of cocky, won the national championship for Michigan. Oh, and he also doesn't have that much curb appeal. He's not a big house at the end of your block, but he's a smaller house with great characteristics and great features when you go inside for a house tour. That's JJ. He needs some cleaning up, but if it's put in the right hands, the right system, he will strive in the long term. People don't understand how JJ, a kid who only threw 20-something touchdowns, who made some mistakes, how he can be the number 2 pick. Well, he's low maintenance, low risk, high reward, and he puts together a great interview. Caleb Williams could be great, but I don't know if he's going to put a great interview together. Neither do I know that Jaden Daniels will. But I really guarantee you that when JJ McCarthy goes in that room to interview for the Vikings, for the Broncos, he'll wow Kevin O'Connell. He'll wow Sean Payton. They look at his stats. He's good. He won games. Good kid. Coachable. Loves to get better. He's what you want in a quarterback. He's a franchise quarterback. Some people wake up today and yesterday saying, oh my goodness, JJ is rising in the draft. Drake May is falling. Well, when you have a good pro day, when you have a good combine, when you have a good interview, and when you win the national championship and don't lose more than 3 games in high school or college, people start to really like you. Michael Batson Show, YouTube.